Ramba and Karamba were two Asur brothers who were both childless. They performed austere penance and pleased Lord Shankara in order that they might be blessed with children. Ramba did this penance sitting in the middle of raging fire, and Karamba in the depth of five rivers. Indra, sensing mischief, took the form of crocodile and swallowed Karamba. When Ramba learned of this, his anger knew no bounds. He pleaded himself to take revenge wrong done to his brother. He increased the tempo of his penance and was about to offer his head as a supreme sacrifice to Agni, the god of fire, when the latter caught hold of his arm and said, "Do you not know that it is sinful in immolate oneself thus? Decide, I will ask of me whatever you wish, and I shall grant it. Grant me, O Agni, a son who can kill Indra." "So be it," replied Agni, and continued, "The first female you met from no shall wed and such a son." And he disappeared. It so happened that the first living thing the Ramba met after Agni's gift was a buffalo, and no sooner did he look at her than she conceived. On seeing this, her erstwhile maid became enraged at the thought of Asura bed defilling his race and charged at Ramba, ultimately killing him. No contact with his, the buffalo started chasing his mate too, with the intention of killing her, but she saw latest asylum in the place where Ramba had done his penance. The Yakasha, a form of gods who lived there, took her under their protection and killed her pursuer. Soon, however, the brave buffalo, like a true sati, prepared herself to enter the funeral parade for her husband, but the Yaksha forbade her from doing so, stating it was a sin to die with the child in her womb. But she turned a deaf ear to their words and entered the fire, wherefrom was born the child Mahishasur. As he grew up, Mahishasur became conscious of his mission in his life and sought the advice of his family priest Shakra about its fulfillment. Shakra advised him to do penance for 10,000 years on the peaks of the Himalayas. He did so, and Brahma appeared before him. He asked, "I am pleased with your penance. Tell me what's your desire?" "Deathlessness," was his quick reply. "No, the that cannot be remonstrated," Brahma said, "for birth invariably bring death with it. Make some lesser demand, and I shall grant it." "Well, then make me deathless, except at the hands of a woman," asked Mahisha, little suspecting that the way of fate are inscrutable. "So be it," Brahma said, and made his exit. Mahisha lost no time in challenging Indra and the other gods in the battle. Indra's thunderbolt was broken to smithereens. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva sided with Indra. Vishnu's famous chakra and gada and Shiva's shula went for nothing. Mahisha won. The gods ran for their lives. The gods conferred and came to conclusion that in the light of their experience there was no woman who existed who could kill Mahisha. They retired to the scheduled spot and prayed together to Mother Goddess for succor. From the bodies of Shiva arose a blinding light, which became the head, and from the body of the other gods arose similar lights, which became the appropriate parts of the body. And the resilient figure was a dazzling woman of uncommon beauty and regal bearing. She was the person who would kill Mahisha. The all gods gave their weapons to her, and she burst into the thunderous laugh, which was the gauntlet thrown down to Mahishasur. Amused by the challenge of the mere woman, Mahishasur sent his messengers to bring more news about the Amazon. They returned with fulsome praise of the woman, and her beauty was end up by saying that he could not think of more suitable woman for his bride. Mahishasur curiosity turned into an influation for the woman. He sent many people to kill the woman, but nobody returned alive. So he thought of going and fighting her by himself. Then he remembered the Brahma's boon and of its limitation at the hands of the woman. But Mahisha paid no heed to the advice. The fingers of fate was drawing its own pattern. He went himself to face her in the battle. When he saw Devi in person, his infatuation exceeded all limits. When his entire entries were derided, his passion was further roused. When many were the form took the enticed Devi, and his whole repertoire of tricks was exhausted before he fell a victim to her sword. Devi, in her infinite mercy, put her head under her foot and emancipated him. The Devas were overjoyed and gave names by praising her as Durga, Mahishasuramardini, and a thousand other names, having rid the universe of the demons. So we celebrate in the month of Ashwin, September or October, the Durga Puja, Dasra, or Navratri, as it's the victory of Durga Ma killing Mahishasur.